Grant Wilson co-founded TAPS with Jason Hawes in 1990. Together, they created Ghost Hunters in 2004. The show revolutionized paranormal television, made ghost hunting mainstream. Grant and Jason were inseparable, best friends for over a decade, built an empire together. Then in May 2010, shocking announcement. Grant Wilson was leaving Ghost Hunters. The official reason, spending time with family. Fans never believed it. Something else happened. Something Grant couldn't talk about, until now. Subscribe, because after 13 years of silence, Grant is finally ready to reveal the complete truth. What really happened with Jason. The network pressure that changed everything. The incident that was the final straw. Why family reasons was true but incomplete. The contracts that kept him quiet. And the real reason he walked away from millions. This is what Grant Wilson has never been allowed to say. Until today. Grant Wilson and Jason Hawes met in the 1990s working as plumbers in Warwick, Rhode Island. They discovered a shared interest in the paranormal and founded TAPS in 1990, the Atlantic Paranormal Society. Just two guys with basic equipment investigating local hauntings for free. No money, just passion for helping people. They became best friends. More than business partners. Their families became close. They spent holidays together. Their kids grew up together. The trust between them was absolute. Everyone said they were like brothers. In 2003, television producers approached TAPS about creating a paranormal reality show. The timing was perfect as reality TV was exploding. Ghost Hunters premiered on Sci-Fi in October 2004 with Grant and Jason as equal co-leads. The success was immediate and exceeded all expectations. Within months, Ghost Hunters became Sci-Fi's flagship program with millions of viewers weekly. The show spawned Ghost Hunters International, generated massive merchandise sales, book deals, and made the convention circuit boom. TAPS became world famous. Grant and Jason became stars. The on-screen dynamic was perfect. Grant was calm and analytical, the believer who approached evidence with wonder. Jason was aggressive and skeptical, questioning everything. Their chemistry was undeniable because their friendship was genuine. Audiences loved watching their real relationship play out on television. The partnership translated authentically to viewers. Financial success followed quickly. The show generated millions in revenue. Both Grant and Jason were earning far beyond plumber salaries through speaking fees, appearances, book deals, endorsements, TAPS training programs, and equipment sales. They were living a dream they never imagined possible. The peak years from 2006 to 2008 saw Ghost Hunters at the height of popularity with consistently strong ratings and critical acclaim in the paranormal community. The show legitimized ghost hunting as a field. Other programs copied their format. Grant and Jason seemed on top of the world together. The partnership appeared stronger than ever. But behind the scenes, cracks were already forming. The long filming schedules meant weeks away from families. Financial disputes were beginning. Creative differences emerged. Network pressure increased. Success was bringing unexpected stress. Small disagreements were becoming bigger conflicts. The foundation they built together was starting to shake. Neither recognized how serious the problems would become. By 2008, the creative control battle had begun. Sci-Fi wanted more dramatic content to boost ratings. Jason was willing to compromise to keep the network happy. Grant pushed back hard, insisting on authenticity. "We're here to investigate, not perform," he argued repeatedly. Disagreements in production meetings became heated. Grant felt outvoted on every decision. Jason sided with producers more frequently. They had fundamental differences in priorities that couldn't be reconciled. Fame changed their dynamic significantly. Jason embraced celebrity status and loved the convention spotlight. Grant was uncomfortable with attention and preferred a low-key approach. They were growing apart personally, not just professionally. This wasn't just business anymore. It was affecting their friendship. Financial disputes created serious tension. Questions arose about profit distribution, TAPS revenue versus show revenue, who owned what rights, and how merchandising deals were structured. Grant felt shortchanged. Lawyers got involved. The trust that had been absolute began eroding. Money was changing their relationship in ways neither anticipated. Decision-making power shifted dramatically. Jason became the de facto leader. Grant's input was valued less and less. The Jason's show narrative formed within the network. Grant was relegated to second position. They weren't equal partners anymore. Frustration built into resentment. The partnership became unbalanced and unhealthy. Grant's personal life was suffering severely. His family rarely saw him. His marriage was strained by constant travel. He was missing his children growing up, including school events and birthdays. His wife expressed serious concerns. "This isn't sustainable," she told him repeatedly. Work-life balance was completely destroyed. Something had to give. In early 2009, Grant approached Jason directly. "We need to reduce the filming schedule," he said. Jason's response was firm. "That's not possible. The network has demands. We have contract obligations. We can't slow down now." Grant felt trapped. This conversation made him realize they wanted completely different things from ghost hunters and from life. A philosophical divide had emerged. Grant believed this should be about helping people. Jason countered, "This is a business now." Grant wanted authentic investigations. Jason understood TV needs drama. Grant prioritized evidence quality. Jason prioritized viewer entertainment. Both had valid points, but they couldn't reconcile them anymore. The tipping point came in spring 2009 during a specific investigation. Grant found compelling evidence, but the network wanted to edit it differently for dramatic effect. Jason supported the network's version over Grant's objections. Grant felt the evidence was misrepresented. They had a public argument on set. The crew witnessed the tension. Their relationship was damaged irreparably. After that argument, Grant and Jason barely spoke. In 2009, Sci-Fi was rebranding from Sci-Fi Channel with new executives bringing a different vision. They wanted ghost hunters to evolve, which meant more drama and less authentic investigation. Grant opposed this direction completely. The network didn't care about his opinion. The message was clear: adapt or be replaced. The script controversy emerged as a major conflict. Sci-Fi wanted more structured episodes and suggested scripting certain reactions. "Just enhance what's already there," producers said. Grant adamantly refused. "That's not what we do. We're real investigators." The network grew frustrated with his resistance, while Jason showed more willingness to compromise. Production schedule demands became unsustainable. The network wanted 26 episodes per season, plus Ghost Hunters' international involvement, plus live Halloween specials, plus convention appearances. This meant filming nearly year-round. Grant had young children at home. The schedule was destroying his family life. The network wouldn't reduce the commitment regardless of personal circumstances. Evidence manipulation became Grant's biggest concern. He discovered that editing made evidence look more dramatic than reality. Sound effects were added in post-production. Enhancements were made to footage without his knowledge. Grant would learn about these changes only after episodes aired. He felt his integrity was being compromised. When he confronted producers, they told him bluntly, "This makes good TV. Accept it or leave." Every episode was analyzed for ratings. Investigations were chosen for drama potential rather than paranormal legitimacy. "This location will get better ratings," producers would say. Grant wanted to help genuine clients with real problems. The network wanted entertainment value above all else. This created constant conflict over locations and approaches. Grant was losing every single battle. In late 2009, Grant's contract came up for renewal. The network offered new terms. More episodes for the same pay structure with less creative input. Grant wanted the opposite: fewer episodes with more control over content. The network's response was simple: no, take it or leave it. A meeting was arranged with network executives. Grant presented his concerns with a list of needed changes: better schedule, authentic investigations, creative input respected, and evidence integrity maintained. The network's response to every point was no. Then came the ultimatum: sign the contract or walk away. Grant faced an impossible position. Signing meant accepting everything he opposed. Walking away meant leaving the show he created, abandoning the TAPS partnership, and losing substantial income. But it also meant keeping his integrity, respecting the investigative work, and honoring why he started in the first place. The decision became painfully clear. Grant expected Jason's support against the network. "We built this together," he thought. But Jason sided with the network completely. "We have to be realistic. This is how television works. You're being too rigid." The betrayal Grant felt in that moment was devastating. His partner was choosing the network over him. In 2010, Grant Wilson had young elementary school-aged children. His wife was managing everything alone, while Grant was on the road over 250 days per year. He would be home for days, then gone for weeks. The pattern was destroying his family. His marriage was under serious strain, approaching a breaking point. The missed moments accumulated painfully. First day of school, filming, birthday parties, convention appearances, school plays, investigations scheduled, sports games, network commitments. Holidays were often spent working, anniversaries forgotten multiple times. His kids asked constantly, "When's Dad coming home?" His wife's patience was running out. In December 2009, Grant had a serious conversation with his wife about their future. "This can't continue," she said clearly. "You have to choose." It wasn't an ultimatum, just reality. Their family was falling apart. The kids were growing up without him. Their marriage was becoming a business arrangement. Something had to change immediately. Grant faced internal conflict. He loved the paranormal work and believed in TAPS's mission, but he also loved his family. He recognized what he was losing. I can't get these years back. Kids are only young once. Success is meaningless if my family is destroyed. His priorities were becoming painfully clear. The financial concern was real. Ghost Hunter's income was substantial. His family depended on that income. Leaving meant a significant pay cut with no guarantee of future work. He would be risking his family's financial security to save their emotional security. It was a difficult calculation, but a necessary one. Family reasons was true, but incomplete. Yes, Grant desperately wanted time with family, but he also couldn't continue under the network's terms. His relationship with Jason was broken. His creative integrity was compromised. Family was the primary reason, but not the only reason. Saying family reasons was easier than explaining everything. The public wouldn't understand the full complexity. Grant faced harsh criticism from fans. Abandoning the show. Family is just an excuse. You're letting everyone down. Grant couldn't defend himself fully. He couldn't explain the real complexity. He had to accept being seen as the villain for the sake of all relationships involved. What Grant gave up was immense. Multi-million-dollar income, national television platform, celebrity status, work he was passionate about, and the partnership he valued, all to be present for his family. In March 2010, everything converged. Contract renegotiation was stalled. Tension with Jason had peaked. Network pressure was intensifying. Grant's family situation was critical. He was on edge. One more thing would break him. That thing happened. Grant was excited about a specific investigation. The location had genuine paranormal activity reported. A family desperately needed help. Grant connected deeply with the case. This was why he started TAPS, helping people, not creating entertainment. For once, it felt like the old days. Then everything went wrong. The network edited the investigation dramatically. They added sound effects Grant never heard during the investigation. They manipulated the evidence presentation to make it look more dramatic than reality. Grant learned about these changes only when the episode aired. He watched with horror. The family from the location contacted him immediately, upset. That's not what happened. Grant tried explaining he hadn't known about the editing. They didn't believe him. His reputation was damaged. Grant immediately called the producers, furious. "You made me look like a fraud. That's not the evidence we found." The producer responded coldly, "We need good TV." Grant shot back, "I need my integrity." A shouting match ensued. "Then maybe you're in the wrong business," the producer said. In that moment, Grant realized they were right. He was in the wrong business, at least the business ghost hunters had become. After that call, Grant knew with absolute certainty he couldn't do this anymore. He wouldn't sacrifice his integrity. He wouldn't disappoint clients who trusted him. He wouldn't miss more family time for a show that didn't respect him or the work. The decision crystallized in that single moment. Grant requested a private meeting with Jason. "I'm leaving the show," he stated firmly. Jason's response, "You can't. We have contracts." Grant, "I'll figure it out." Jason, "You're destroying everything we built." Grant's final words, "You destroyed it, not me." The meeting ended badly with their friendship officially over. Lawyers got involved immediately. Grant's contract had time remaining. The network could sue. Grant was willing to risk it. Eventually, they reached an agreement. Grant would finish the current season, then officially depart. He signed an NDA about the real reasons, essentially buying his silence for the sake of Ghost Hunter's brand. Grant accepted it to move forward. The final episodes were filmed with Grant and Jason barely speaking off camera. The official announcement came in May 2010. Grant Wilson leaving Ghost Hunters to spend time with family. Fans were devastated. Some were angry, others understanding. Grant remained silent on social media. He couldn't explain the full story. He had to let people think whatever they wanted and focused entirely on rebuilding his home life. Adjusting to normal life was strange after years of constant travel. Grant was suddenly present for kids' school events, eating dinner with his family nightly, and actually home on weekends. His kids had to adjust to having dad around constantly. His marriage slowly began healing from years of neglect. The financial adjustment was significant. Ghost Hunter's income disappeared completely. Savings helped during the transition. Eventually, Grant started a new business, a water treatment company, returning to his plumbing roots. The income was drastically reduced compared to television, but it was worth it for family time. His priorities had realigned completely. Grant never stopped investigating the paranormal. He just stopped doing it on television. He took private cases quietly, helping people who needed it. No cameras, no drama, just pure investigation. This was why he started TAPS originally. He found peace in that authentic work again. Watching Ghost Hunters continue without him brought mixed feelings. The show went on with Jason as sole lead and new team members added. Ratings eventually declined. Grant wanted the show to succeed, but felt vindicated by the struggles. They needed both of us, he realized. The silence from Jason was painful. Years passed without any communication. Their friendship was completely over. Mutual friends were caught in the middle. Grant tried reaching out once. Jason didn't respond. Grant had to accept that chapter was permanently closed. Grant briefly returned for the 2019 Ghost Hunters reboot. Jason wasn't involved, so circumstances were different. Grant agreed to a limited role to test the waters, but the same network dynamics, scheduling pressures, and compromises were requested. Grant realized nothing had changed. He left again after a short time, this time permanently. He had learned his lesson. Some chapters should stay closed. Grant now does occasional guest appearances on paranormal shows, but only on his terms, never compromising integrity again. Grant wishes he'd fought harder during initial contract negotiations. I should have set boundaries from the start, he reflects. He let success sweep him along without protecting what mattered most. By the time he tried to establish boundaries, it was too late. He would negotiate very differently now, knowing what's truly non-negotiable. Hindsight provides painful clarity. His biggest regret is losing the friendship with Jason. We were like brothers, Grant says with visible emotion. He wishes they'd communicated better instead of letting resentments build silently. They should have addressed issues earlier before they became insurmountable. Maybe they could have saved the partnership, maybe not. But Grant wishes he'd tried harder. Grant regrets staying quiet too long about network manipulation, creative concerns, and schedule impact on his life. I was too accommodating. I thought things would improve. They only got worse. He learned that your voice matters and you must use it before problems become unfixable. He wishes he could have been honest with fans publicly. Family Reasons was incomplete. Fans who supported the show deserved better explanation, but the NDA prevented it. If negotiating departure terms again, Grant would demand different conditions, allowing more transparency. Grant should have prioritized family sooner instead of waiting until crisis point. He missed moments with his kids that can't be reclaimed. Kids don't stay young. Success means nothing if your family falls apart. He learned an expensive lesson and hopes others learn from his mistakes. He should have walked away the first time evidence was manipulated. Drawing a line in the sand earlier would have prevented further compromises. Integrity isn't negotiable. Your reputation takes a lifetime to build and moments to destroy. Protect it fiercely. Grant would tell his younger self, success will change things. Protect what matters most. Money isn't everything. True friends are rare. Integrity is priceless. Family comes first. Set boundaries early. Don't lose yourself in the process. What he doesn't regret. Leaving when he did, choosing family, standing up for integrity, walking away from money, starting TAPS, creating Ghost Hunters, helping people through investigations, and making paranormal mainstream. His relationship with his kids is now strong, his marriage survived and thrived, and he still does paranormal work he loves on his own terms. His advice: know your non-negotiables. Success isn't worth losing family. Integrity can't be compromised. Real friends support your needs. Sometimes walking away is actually winning. Grant is ready to provide his complete truth after 13 years. The primary reason was genuinely family. Family Reasons was absolutely true, but more complex than I could admit publicly. His kids were growing up without him. His marriage was strained to breaking. He was missing everything that mattered. I was becoming a stranger to my own children. His wife's patience was exhausted. He had to choose, and the choice was clear. The creative integrity reason was equally important. I couldn't be part of fake investigations anymore. Evidence manipulation was increasing. The network prioritized drama over truth. That's not why I started TAPS. We were about helping people, not entertaining viewers. Grant felt like a fraud. He couldn't look clients in the eye anymore. His integrity mattered more than money or fame. The Jason factor destroyed him emotionally. Our partnership was over, not just as a business disagreement, but fundamentally. We had different values. Jason chose money and fame. I chose authenticity. He wasn't the friend I thought he was. Both men had changed. They couldn't work together anymore, and that loss was profound. Network pressure made the situation impossible. Sci-Fi wanted a different show than we created. More scripted, more dramatic, less authentic investigation. Grant opposed every change and lost every battle. I had no voice anymore. I was just talent, not a partner. That position was completely unacceptable to him. The schedule was literally impossible to sustain. I was gone over 250 days per year between filming, conventions, and appearances. I had no time for actual life. I was exhausted constantly. I was missing my own life while it happened. Grant addresses the financial reality directly. Yes, I walked away from millions of dollars. Ghost Hunters was extremely lucrative, but happiness matters more than money. Kids don't care about your bank account. They want a present parent. My best investment was time with family. The complete picture wasn't one single reason, but a combination of everything converging simultaneously. Family was the catalyst. Integrity was the requirement. Jason was the loss. The network was the frustration. The schedule was impossible. All of it hit at once like a perfect storm. I couldn't stay under any of those conditions, let alone all of them together. Grant runs a water treatment business and is home every night. His kids are teenagers now with a strong relationship with their father. His marriage is stronger than ever. Every sacrifice was worth it. He still investigates paranormal cases privately on his terms. No contact with Jason exists, but Grant has made peace with it. He's proud of Ghost Hunter's legacy despite how it ended. His advice: protect your integrity. Family comes first. Success isn't everything. Would he return? That chapter is closed. His message to fans: I hope you understand now why I left. It was necessary to be the father, husband, and man I needed to be.